How's everybody doing today? We're here in the Mechman lab, Mechman Studios. We're showcasing a new product for you today. This is our 48-volt alternator. We've been working on this for several years now, and it's turned out really nice. The reason why we developed this is for people that have off-grid battery house banks, solar batteries, food trucks with 48-volt electric refrigeration. There's a host of different applications where it's handy to have a second alternator running at 48 volts, either on a vehicle or on a generator, off-grid generator, whatever you want to use it for. Now this is a 5 kilowatt rated unit. It's going to make about 100 amps or so, electronically limited to that, so that it doesn't overheat. The more amperage you make, the more heat you make in the alternator, the larger risk you run of overheating the alternator. So we limit this down to 100 amps, about 56 volts hot. That's your hot output. That's a good charging voltage for most 48 volt setups. If you have a specific lithium setup or something like that, you have to let us know so we can program the regulator for you for the appropriate amount of amp hours, whether or not it has a BMS, etc., etc. And just to let you know, if it's not obvious already, this is not a standard 12 volt alternator. It's not to be used on a standard 12 volt automotive charging system. This is specifically for a 48 volt, to charge back 48 volt batteries, specifically. So let's go ahead and crank it up and see what it'll do. The cruising speed are about 1800 RPM on most vehicles with a 3-to-1 pulley ratio. You should have access to a solid 100 amps. It does measure temperature. You notice we're doing about 115 amps right now at 59 volts. So that's about close to 6 kilowatts or so. A lot of juice that can charge up your batteries remotely, whatever you need to do. We're holding a solid 59 volts, a little over 100 amps. And this is at 97 RPM shaft speed. We'll slow it down a little bit. Show you what it's going to do at about 1800 RPM engine speed. We still got a solid 100 amps at 59 volts. And this voltage is going to come down as it gets hot. There's actually thermal sensors on the regulator, the external regulator that works with this kit, that pulls the voltage down as it gets hot, cycles the alternator so that it doesn't overheat. This is very important when you're charging back lithium or AGM batteries back from a low state of charge. So it's a little bit different setup than you would have on a normal automotive application. Of course, this is based on our tried and true Elite Series platform. It has 12 massive diodes that are set up to handle this voltage. And we've been testing it on and off, running vehicles in the field for almost 2 years now. Okay. So as you can see, we actually have a lot more current available than what we rated at. This is going to allow you to charge up 48 volt house banks of batteries, or possibly even build your own generator for off-grid living, which we will have a segment on that in our future videos. So as always, be sure to follow us and hit us up at mechman.com if you have any questions about specialty charging applications, off-grid living, racing, you name it, we do it.